Bullet game I play with a 85.4% accuracy. I play it pretty good. Let's get straight into it. I go pawn to d4, pawn to d6, bishop f4, and knight to f6. Now, if you haven't seen the London from me recently, maybe you missed it. I'm playing different openings, but I have it back. Or maybe I did post one with it. But I definitely have been playing it a lot less overall, so I have a video here. But I go e3, they go pawn to g6, and I go bishop here to d3. Normal London system. I play this quite a lot. If you're new, make sure you follow. But I guess love the London is an exaggeration. I like playing the Queen's Gambit more, but the London I found is more solid for me, at least, that I get further along in the game, I would say, in general. But here they go bishop g7, I go pawn here to h3, they kingside castle, and I go knight here to f3, and they bring their knight to c6 when they should have pushed c5. And honestly, I did expect c5, knight to c6, not that it's bad, but I think, because you want to push c5, like you want to attack the center of the board with e5 or c5, so I was surprised they didn't go here, but they are looking at knight here to b4, and because of that I go c3. Now knight to c3 is better here, the computer is fine with that, but I would probably play this again knowing this, just not that I'm better, but not that I'm saying I'm better than the computer, which I think I mentioned a lot. I'll just stop saying that. Just when I say that, I'm not saying I'm better than the computer. I am saying, however, that it just feels a bit dumb or not dumb, it's hard for me to defend if they go knight here to b4. But they go pawn to h5, I go queen to c2, and go rook over here to e8. After rook to e8, I go bishop back to h2, which is not the best move. It's an inaccuracy, and they go pawn here to e5. Now I capture, they capture, I capture, they capture, and I go knight here to d2. Now I can castle to both sides of the board, king side or queen side. They go pawn to a6, I go pawn here to e4, trying to stop them from encroaching on my position, and they go pawn to b5. I kingside castle, they go pawn to c5, and I go pawn to c4, and they go pawn to b4. This is looking not too good for me. My e4 and c4 pawns are just not very good. They have no forward progression. They're both on white squares, so they both are attacking white squares, so my dark squares are very weak. That square on d4 looks amazing. They can reroute there. It's just not a great position. But I go pawn to a3, which is the best move, trying to at least get something positive on this side of the board, trying to knock off their advantage. I take with the rook, which is the best move. Now taking with the pawn, maybe you're wondering why. One, you can eventually break with b4, but also you just don't have a lot going on with white, so you want to take whatever you can, and a semi-open file is the best I can get right now. They go bishop here to b7, which isn't an accuracy, and I go rook over to b1, which is an accuracy myself. Now should I want knight to b1? Honestly, didn't even look at it, but I see knight b1, knight c3, knight d5. Completely missed by me, but that's a great maneuver to potentially get one of these pawns on the d5 square after they take it, which would be much better than where they're at right now. But I go rook to b3 as I mentioned, and they go bishop here to c6, which is the best move. I go rook to a1, which is the second best move. Rook to a3 was better, but the idea is that I want to attack this pawn eventually, and here I go rook to b6, which is an inaccuracy, which actually is losing. But they mess up with bishop to h6. I go knight here to f3. Now I looked at knight to b3, knight to f3, and I couldn't decide which one was better, so it kind of sucks that I saw knight b3 and I didn't find it. But to me, knight to f3 felt safer, but I missed bishop f4. Oh, that's a mistake. Wow, that was a good move, but I take the pawn. Should have taken the bishop first, really. I didn't take the bishop first because I thought I was losing the pawn on. I wish I could see the moves, but let's see. Let's show. Oh no, I can do that now. Okay, let's go here. So let's go to the best move, and I will show from here. So they take. Wow. I did not see any of this, and I end up going up one pawn in the end game with the I'm not mad I missed that. That's very impressive. But I take the pawn here, and now I go into the end game up one pawn. If you see I have 6, they have 5. Rook back down to a1. They take the pawn here on e4, but it's fine because of rook to e1, so there is no advantage. But they blunder. Now their mistake here was they are trying to win a pawn or win a piece, but they can't. And I take the knight. I have the rook to g1. They actually lose on time, and I get the win. I was going to win this game as I'm up a mid piece, but they did lose on the clock. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and have a good day.